When you are struggling with sexual temptation, Satan wants to keep it in the dark because that's where he can do his best work. But do you know how good it feels to bring that temptation into the light with somebody you trust? Do you know how good it is? Because you're reminded that no temptation to you is uncommon to mankind, that you're going through the same thing that everybody else is going through. But it also reminds you that there is great healing in James 5:16 that says, therefore, confess your sins to one another and pray for one another so that you may be healed. The prayer of a righteous person is very powerful in its effect. I love that, man, because it goes on to talk about Elijah, who was a normal person just like you and me, but he was a prophet who rained fire down from heaven. And it says that Elijah had a nature just like you and me, meaning Elijah was no different than you and me. And if Elijah, through his prayers, can call fire down, do you believe that through your prayers you can overcome sexual temptation? I do. You don't have to come up here and confess your sins to the view. That'd be a bad time, man. We've been here for a long time. But what you do need, and I cannot stress this enough, you need somebody, a trusted believer, not someone who is not a believer. If they don't know the Lord, they can't push you to the Lord. You need somebody that's a believer, that has your best interest at heart, that has your godly interest at heart, that is willing to not be impressed with you. I got people I meet with and they're not impressed by a single sermon. Like, great job, Daniel, you're doing what you're supposed to do. Not impressed by a single thing I do, and they just ask me, how is your thought life? How are you doing? I gotta be honest. And when you have that relationship, whether you're single or dating, when you have that and you have someone that you can confess with and you can bring it into the light, Satan has no more hold. As long as you keep it in the dark, Satan's got his grip. But when you bring it to the light, Satan can't exist there. He's got to run from it. He's got to go back to the darkness. Man, I know it's hard. And I know it's heavy. But when it comes to dating, are you willing to prepare now physically for the person that you're going to be with for the rest of your life?